His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa at Safriya Palace. The meeting was attended by His Majesty the King's personal representative, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Hamad Al Khalifa, His Majesty the King's representative for humanitarian work and youth affairs and national security advisor, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and a number of senior officials. During the meeting, a number of topics related to supporting the comprehensive development process in the country were discussed, aimed at enhancing and developing national achievements for the benefit of the kingdom and its citizens. His Majesty the King praised the results of the successful recent official visit of His Royal Highness to the Vatican and Italy, and His Royal Highness's meeting with His Holiness Pope Leo XIV, the President of the Council of Ministers of Italy, Giorgia Meloni, and a number of senior officials, asserting its importance in enhancing close historical partnership relations and increasing joint cooperation between Bahrain and the Vatican. In light of the royal decree convening the Shura Council and the Council of Representatives and the opening of the fourth session of the sixth legislative term next week, His Majesty affirmed his commitment to continuing to strengthen cooperation and joint action between the executive and legislative authorities to achieve development goals and create more quality opportunities for citizens. His Majesty also affirmed that the agreement reached to end the war in Gaza is a day of peace for the Middle East and the world, expressing gratitude to U.S. President Donald Trump for his efforts and support for peace in the Middle East and his sponsorship of this historic agreement. His Majesty the King stressed Bahrain's stance in support of this agreement and the importance of the parties to the conflict committing to and taking responsibility for implementing the agreement, and expressed appreciation for the efforts of the mediators in reaching this agreement. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received at Safriya Palace UNESCO Director General Audrey Azoulay, Omani Education Minister Dr. Madiha bint Ahmed Al Shibyani, and UAE Education Minister Sarah bint Yusuf Al Amiri, Kuwaiti Education Minister Engineer Sayyid Jalal Sayyid Abd Al Muhsin Al Tabtabi, and also Saudi Deputy Minister of Education for International Cooperation Dr. Abd Al Muhsin bin Saleh Al Muhsin, and Qatar's Deputy Minister of Education and Higher Education Dr. Ibrahim bin Saleh bin Khalifa Al Naimi, to greet His Majesty on the occasion of this visit to the kingdom to participate in the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of ICT in Education 2025. The Ministers of Education conveyed to His Majesty the King the greetings and appreciation of the GCC leaders and their best wishes for the kingdom and its people for continued progress and prosperity, expressing their thanks and appreciation to His Majesty for the warm hospitality and welcome. His Majesty conveyed his greetings and wishes to their Majesties and Holinesses and their brotherly people for further development and prosperity. His Majesty also welcomed the guests, expressing his gratitude for their visit and their attendance to the award ceremony hosted by Bahrain on the occasion of its 20th anniversary of establishment. His Majesty stressed the importance of this prize and the significant successes it achieved over the past 20 years since its inception as one of the fruits of close and fruitful cooperation with UNESCO, in addition to the wide international reputation it gained for its global role in supporting innovative projects and pioneering initiatives that serve education and focus on the exemplary and effective use of technology to enhance educational opportunities for all. His Majesty added that Bahrain is proud that this prize attracted the attention of hundreds of scientists and researchers who compete for it by submitting high-quality projects. His Majesty directed the continuous support for this prize and boosting cooperation with UNESCO to expand the scope of digital education research, studies and experiences that provide education for all. His Majesty praised the significant role of the international judging panels and their experts and expressed their appreciation to the Ministry of Education for its ongoing efforts to ensure the sustainability of this prize and utilize its outcomes for the benefit of education and its development in the kingdom. His Majesty the King also lauded Bahrain's recent outstanding global achievements, with the Ministry of Education winning first place worldwide in the 2025 Microsoft Showcase Schools program organized by Microsoft International, with the participation of schools from various countries. This reflects the kingdom's keenness to employ modern and advanced technology in the service of the educational process, which consolidates its global position in digital education. His Majesty expressed appreciation for the efforts of the UNESCO Director General in leading the organization, achieving its goals and strengthening its humanitarian role in its areas of expertise. His Majesty also congratulated the winners of the prize during the ceremony held today at the University of Bahrain. His Majesty noted the advanced level of research required to win this prize and wished them continued success. His Majesty commended the level of cooperation between Bahrain and UNESCO in education, culture and heritage preservation, and their joint efforts to enhance communication education between different cultures. His Majesty affirmed the Kingdom's support for the organization's efforts, initiatives and humanitarian activities in various fields. His Majesty directed to continue supporting the prize and strengthen cooperation with UNESCO to expand the scope of digital education research studies and experiences that provide education for all. He affirmed the Kingdom's support for the organization's efforts, initiatives and humanitarian activities in various fields based on the Kingdom's history of coexistence and openness to cultures and civilizations and its adherence to the values of justice and tolerance. On the occasion, the UNESCO Director General expressed thanks and appreciation to His Majesty's support for the organization's various programs and humanitarian initiatives, noting that the prize is in line with UNESCO's goals of promoting education for all and the Kingdom's leading cultural and intellectual status, reflecting its long and diverse historical and heritage legacy, as well as its support for dialogue among different cultures and civilizations. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa received at Sakhir Palace in the presence of His Majesty's sons, a number of members of the royal family, His Majesty's advisors, a number of ministers and businessmen, and a number of citizens and achievers from the Ministry of Industry and Commerce.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. سيدي حضرة صاحب الجلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه، أصحاب السمو، أصحاب المعالي والسعادة، أيها السيدات والسادة، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. يشرفنا أن نرحب بكم أجمل ترحيب في هذا اللقاء الطيب، وخير ما نبدأ به تلاوة عطرة من القرآن الكريم يتلوها على مسامعنا القارئ علي صلاح عمر.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. لله ما في السماوات وما في الأرض، وإن تبدوا ما في أنفسكم أو تخفوه يحاسبكم به الله، فيغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء، والله على كل شيء قدير. آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله، وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا وإليك المصير. لا يكلف الله نفسا إلا وسعها، لها ما كسبت وعليها ما اكتسبت. ربنا لا تؤاخذنا إن نسينا أو أخطأنا، ربنا ولا تحمل علينا إصرا كما حملته على الذين من قبلنا ربنا ولا تحملنا ما لا طاقة لنا به واعف عنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا أنت مولانا فانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. صدق الله العظيم.
بارك الله فيكم. بارك الله.
يتفضل سيدي حضرة
His
صاحب
Majesty the King
الجلالة
then delivered the
الملك
following
حمد بن
speech.
عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المعظم حفظه الله ورعاه بإلقاء كلمة بهذه المناسبة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. نرحب بالجميع ويسعدنا في هذه المناسبات الطيبة أن نلتقي مجدداً مع أهل التميز والتفوق من الكفاءات البحرينية في مختلف التخصصات العلمية والخبرات المهنية. ويطيب لنا أن نخصص هذا اللقاء للإشادة بنخبة من رواد الأعمال أصحاب الشركات الناشئة والصغيرة، احتفاء بإنجازاتهم وتقديراً لجهودهم التي تتجاوز حدود المكاسب التجارية البحتة لتصل بإسهاماتها القيمة إلى صلب الاقتصاد الوطني، دعماً لتنوعه وإثراء بالأفكار المتميزة والاستثمارات ذات الجدوى العالية والتأثير المستدام. وإذ نثمن لرواد الأعمال صلابة إرادتهم في مواجهة تحديات السوق لتحقيق النجاح والانطلاق بمؤسساتهم نحو العالمية، فإننا نشيد بالبناء الثابت لقطاع العمل التجاري الحر في مملكة البحرين، القائم على نظم حديثة وممارسات عريقة تستند إلى خبرات رواده الأوائل الذين قدموا دروساً ثمينة في قدرة التاجر البحريني على تنمية النشاط الاقتصادي المرموق الذي نعتبره عماداً لجهود الحاضر وطموحات المستقبل. وعند النظر إلى النتائج الطيبة لأداء هذا القطاع الواعد تزداد ثقتنا بقوة البيئة الاقتصادية وصحة مناخها الاستثماري بفضل ما توفر من خدمات متنوعة وبرامج متقدمة وبتعاون مشترك ومقدر لكافة المؤسسات المعنية، وفي مقدمتها صندوق العمل تمكين، مما يجعل البحرين وجهة استثمارية مثالية ومركزاً إقليمياً متكاملاً لريادة الأعمال. وفي الختام نتوجه بالشكر والتقدير لسعادة وزير الصناعة والتجارة وطواقم العمل بالوزارة، وإلى سعادة رئيس وأعضاء غرفة تجارة وصناعة البحرين على جهودهم الحثيثة في تعزيز مكانة البحرين كبيئة داعمة لريادة العمل الحر القائم على صنع الأفكار المتجددة والقادر على تسريع عجلة الإنتاج وتنويع الاقتصاد تحقيقاً لرؤية البحرين في النمو والازدهار. بارك الله في جهود الجميع، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
علي محمد إبراهيم ضيف، شركة توصيل البحرين متخصصة في حلول التوصيل الرقمية الكاملة، فائز بمسابقة ستارت آب. نهلة محمود المحمود لالا بيلا، متخصصة في تنظيم وتنسيق المناسبات والفعاليات، فائزة بجائزة البحرين لريادة الأعمال. عايدة عارف إيرلي رايزنج، متخصصة في تصنيع المأكولات الصحية والعضوية. عبد الله أحمد عبد الله النعيمي، أجورا فود تريدينج، تقدم منتوجات غذائية عالية الجودة من أوروبا إلى العالم. أمينة عبد الجبار العباسي، أمينة جاليري، متخصصة في تحويل القطع الفنية إلى إكسسوارات وملبوسات، فائزة بجائزة البحرين لريادة الأعمال. آلاء محمد محمود، باترفلاي تكنولوجي، شركة بحرينية متخصصة في تحويل الأفكار المبتكرة. خليفة عبد الله المناعي، مناعي تك، شركة متخصصة في تقديم حلول متكاملة تكنولوجياً. ياسر عبد العزيز محمد، ملاعب أونلاين سيرفيس، تطبيق ملاعب هو أكبر وأسرع مجتمع رياضي نمواً. محمد حسين راضي، لوجي بيستريز، علامة تجارية بحرينية أسسها طاهن شغوف. أحمد هشام الراوي، متخصص في تقديم وجبات صحية مدروسة السعرات الحرارية. عبد الله خالد صليبيخ، رايت كالوريز هيلثي، مشروع متخصص بتقديم وجبات صحية. عزيز محمد عثمان، هي منصة سحابية B2B تعمل على إحداث ثورة في عملية الشراء. أبرار حسن آل الشيخ، Inventor Physiotherapy Mobilization and Rehab Chair، مخترعة مشروع كرسي إعادة التأهيل والعلاج الطبيعي.
After that, the achievers from the Ministry of Industry and Commerce greeted His Majesty the King, who congratulated them and praised their important achievements for the Kingdom in promoting and developing the industrial and commercial sector. His Majesty wished them continued success in their service to their country. And after that, the Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah Fakhr, delivered a speech in which he expressed his pride and gratitude to His Majesty the King for the support that has fostered growth in Bahrain's industrial and commercial sectors, contributing to the nation's status as a prosperous center for industry. He had added that during His Majesty's prosperous era, significant achievements have been realized, particularly through the Industrial Sector Strategy 2022-2026, emphasizing sustainable manufacturing and making the industrial sector the second largest contributor to the GDP. He said that the ministry has promoted Bahraini products via the Takamul initiative and jointly integrated industrial partnership, securing over $3 billion in supply agreements. He added that efforts are in place to enhance industrial and economic zones, including the aluminum downstream industries zone and the Hatira industrial zone, which expands approximately 3 million square meters. The minister said that Bahrain aims to finalize over 10 free trade agreements to expand market access for its products to around 4 billion consumers. He added that the ministry is dedicated to improving the investor experience through communication with business stakeholders, launching an enhanced commercial registry system and drafting the secure transactions law. To streamline access to funding, he said that numerous initiatives have been rolled out to promote youth empowerment and entrepreneurship, including the SME development funds valued at over 100 million Bahrain dinars and the allocation of 20% of government procurement to small enterprises. He said that the launch of the National Innovation Strategy 2025-2035 aims to position Bahrain as a hub for research and creativity, reflecting His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's vision and support. The Minister expresses honor in hosting a gathering of entrepreneurs, startups and innovators, highlighting the encouragement provided by the directives that motivate them. He conveyed pride in past achievements and affirmed the Ministry's commitment to achieving further progress. The Ministers wished His Majesty good health and happiness.
ودولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة، وذلك في إطار مبادرة تكامل. وانضممنا كذلك للشراكة الصناعية التكاملية التي تضم أكثر من 7 دول بهدف تعزيز الأمن الصناعي في القطاعات ذات الأهمية الاستراتيجية. وكان للبحرين النصيب الأكبر عبر اتفاقيات توريد تتجاوز قيمتها 3 مليار دولار أمريكي. كما تشرفنا بمباركة سيدي صاحب السمو الملكي ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله بإطلاق استراتيجية الوطنية للابتكار 2025 إلى 2035 التي تعزز مكانة المملكة كمركز للبحث والتطوير والإبداع والابتكار. سيدي جلالة الملك المعظم، نقف اليوم أمام مقامكم الكريم وكلنا فخر واعتزاز بما تحقق، وكلنا عزم على مواصلة العمل والتطوير بروح فريق البحرين وبقيادتكم الحكيمة، وإيماناً بأن المستقبل يحمل المزيد من الفرص التي تستحق منا مواصلة البذل والإخلاص. نسأل الله أن يحفظكم ويديم على جلالتكم موفور الصحة والعافية وطول العمر، وأن يبقيكم ذخراً وسنداً لهذا الوطن العزيز، وأن يديم على البحرين عزها وتقدمها في ظل عهدكم الزاهر. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
The Minister of Industry and Commerce then presented a gift to His Majesty the King on the occasion. The attendees then greeted His Majesty the King and expressed their thanks and gratitude and pride in meeting with His Majesty, praising the authentic approach he has established with the citizens of Bahrain and the attention he gives to the interests and affairs of citizens and to ensure a decent life for them. They expressed their pride in His Majesty's vision and approach for the good of the country and its citizens. They prayed to Allah the Almighty to protect His Majesty and bless him with lasting good health and happiness, and to preserve the prosperity of the kingdom under his leadership.
It is such an honor to receive this recognition from His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. I think this is a huge motivation for us as business owners to strive and to put in so much more effort to represent Bahrain, whether it's within the kingdom or abroad.
Today, being acknowledged by His Majesty the King is a dream come true. All of the hustle and the hard work that we've been doing in the back is finally being kind of acknowledged and recognized by His Majesty himself is a dream come true. And it's just a push for us to even give more and to bring out the name of the Kingdom of Bahrain to the entire world.
It feels amazing, and it's a great honor to be recognized by His Majesty the King. And it definitely motivates us to give more and to hopefully be able to pay back a little bit of the gratitude we have towards Bahrain through our work and through more, hopefully, success in entrepreneurship.
On behalf of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa attended the award ceremony of the 2025 UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education. The award ceremony was held at the University of Bahrain, representing the first occasion the award has taken place outside UNESCO's headquarters in Paris. The ceremony, organized by UNESCO and the Ministry of Education, marks the 20th anniversary of the launch of the award. His Royal Highness affirmed that His Majesty's far-reaching vision has enhanced the kingdom's reputation for educational excellence and underlines its support for advancing educational access worldwide. His Royal Highness emphasized that His Majesty's steadfast commitment to the prize reinforced Bahrain's leadership in education for more than 20 years.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الذين قالوا ربنا الله ثم استقاموا تتنزل عليهم الملائكة ألا تخافوا ولا تحزنوا وأبشروا بالجنة التي كنتم توعدون. نحن أولياؤكم في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ولكم فيها ما تشتهي أنفسكم ولكم فيها ما تدعون نزلا من غفور رحيم صدق الله العظيم.
I am very happy to be here to celebrate our prize, to be back in Bahrain, the country of two seas, whose name alone speaks to the remarkable history of a land at the crossroads of cultures and peoples. Bahrain is also a hub of innovation. With its National Digital Economy Strategy 2030, built around investing in STEM scholarships, digital infrastructures, and cybersecurity, positioning the country as a leader in digital transformation. This is investing in the future, investing also in youth. And under His Majesty the King's leadership, Bahrain demonstrates its commitment to innovation, also through its steadfast cooperation on innovative education with UNESCO.
I'm greatly honored to extend to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and to Your Royal Highness my highest expressions of gratitude for your gracious patronage of this ceremony. I am pleased to welcome our distinguished guests to this event, which recognizes the winners of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education for the year 2025. I also thank Her Excellency, Madame Audrey Azoulay, UNESCO Director General, for her generous presence and participation in this event. Thank you, distinguished guests, for sharing with us this momentous event, hosted by the Kingdom of Bahrain for the first time since the inauguration of the prize in 2005, in a pioneering initiative by His Majesty the King, which coincides with the 20th anniversary of the award and in a strong partnership with UNESCO. Since its launch, this prize has contributed to encouraging numerous educational projects and initiatives, as evidenced by the increasing number of participants and valuable projects that explore educational solutions through the use of modern technology. Thanks to this partnership between the Kingdom of Bahrain and UNESCO, the status of this award has been strengthened, becoming an incubator for innovation and unique initiatives, and an annual event to celebrate creative minds with innovative educational ideas, projects, and initiatives that integrate modern technology.
The theme of this year's UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's Prize for the use of ICT in education is preparing learners and teachers for the ethical and responsible use of AI in education. It is a theme that is timely, wide in scope, and foundational to the future of education. It raises essential questions, not only about what kind of AI tools we introduce or how we use them, but more importantly, about what kind of AI we want and what kind of wider learning environment we wanted to support.
We are working for both, for teacher and for education in extracurriculum activities. And what it is really important is to use AI in a human-centered way. So AI is a tool and will stay a tool and should stay a tool. We sincerely thank UNESCO for the thorough evaluation and follow-up, as well as the Kingdom of Bahrain for granting the use of ICT in Education Award. This is a wonderful reward just before celebrating our 21st anniversary in 2026.
Today, I have the honor to represent the Piauí Artificial Intelligence Project, and I extend my greetings with respect to the distinguished authorities present at this prestigious King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize. This award renews our energy and our determination to move forward, while also serving as a source of inspiration for other nations facing similar conditions. On behalf of our team, I would like to say thank you very much for all.
I'm really honored and proud to represent Egypt today as one of the 4 winning laureates in UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Award. So we are contributed with our project Mahara Tech. It's an AI-powered e-learning platform to avail software development and tech disciplines for all passionate learners in Egypt and all over the world. We were keen to introduce first AI in the form of different skills for learners, for educators, how to adopt it, how to use it. I have to extend my deep gratitude for the Kingdom of Bahrain, for His Majesty King Hamad. And I would like to extend my gratitude as well for UNESCO and for the jury, the international jury, for giving us this platform and this opportunity to share our responsibility and to connect and to learn from the best practices from all over the world. Thank you.
So the moment that we received this award was personally quite overwhelming, but really it's recognition for all the hard work and effort and ambition for so many people at the Raspberry Pi Foundation who have worked so hard on this project. So the word that I would use when describing winning the award is enabler. This award will act as a platform to enable us to take our mission even further with more partners and to reach even more underrepresented young people with AI literacy education. And in turn, that will enable more young people to feel empowered with AI literacy skills, to harness the technologies, not become passive consumers, and who knows, hopefully take an active role in the future development of these systems. So winning this award is a huge honour for everyone who's been part of Experience AI, and it will enable us to continue with our mission. And for that, we are internally grateful to the Kingdom of Bahrain and UNESCO for this award.
His Royal Highness presented the award to the 4 winning projects. AI for Inclusive Education, la Scientific Belgium. Piauí Inteligencia Artificial Universidad Federal do Rio Grande do Sul and the Education Department of the State of Piauí, Brazil. Mahara Tech Information Technology Institute, Egypt. Experience AI Raspberry Pi Foundation, UK. His Royal Highness congratulated the winners of the prize, wishing them further success. His Royal Highness stressed that the award reflects His Majesty the King's visionary commitment to advancing digital education for future generations. The award highlights the importance of technology in enhancing educational outcomes and driving sustainable development. His Royal Highness underscored that the award, supported by educational institutions, individuals and non-governmental organizations across the globe, has fostered educational innovations, promoted best practices and contributed to building sustainable, inclusive knowledge societies that respect cultural and linguistic diversity in line with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. His Royal Highness asserted that since the establishment of the educational system over a century ago, Bahrain remains committed to innovation. His Royal Highness emphasized that the kingdom's historic commitment to investing in its people has positioned Bahrain as a global leader in education and educational innovation. His Royal Highness noted that the kingdom's close partnership with UNESCO demonstrates its continued support for efforts to advance digital education and enhance the effective use of ICT worldwide. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization UNESCO, Audrey Azoulay. He highlighted the role of technology in promoting educational excellence and innovation, whilst also creating opportunities for further growth. His Royal Highness noted that these initiatives affirm Bahrain's commitment to fulfilling the far-reaching visions of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa. He emphasized UNESCO's vital role in advancing education and fostering international cooperation in the fields of culture and science. His Royal Highness affirmed that the close partnership between Bahrain and UNESCO reflects Bahrain's commitment to making culture, education and technology key pillars of its progress and comprehensive development. He affirmed the importance of strengthening cooperation with international organizations to realize Bahrain's desired goals of progress and development. His Royal Highness noted that the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education stands as a statement to 2 decades of cooperation between Bahrain and UNESCO. He stressed that this partnership highlights Bahrain's commitment to academic excellence and the furthering of educational outcomes, innovation and opportunity worldwide. The Director General of UNESCO commended Bahrain's unwavering efforts in strengthening international cooperation through its support of the organization's programs and initiatives across various fields. Several senior officials also attended the meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Deputy Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the newly appointed Commander of the U.S. Naval Forces Central Command, the U.S. Fifth Fleet and the Combined Maritime Forces, Vice Admiral Kurt A. Renshaw at Rafah Palace. His Royal Highness highlighted that the long-standing partnership between Bahrain and the U.S. continues to advance across all fields, particularly within military and defense. His Royal Highness affirmed Bahrain's commitment to further strengthening joint cooperation and coordination and emphasized the importance of building upon the achievements of existing agreements, most notably the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement, CSIPA. His Royal Highness extended his best wishes to Vice Admiral Renshaw for success in carrying out his duties. His Royal Highness also recognized the critical role of the U.S. alongside its allies in strengthening regional security and stability and advancing development efforts worldwide. Both parties discussed issues of mutual interest, ways to enhance the bilateral partnership and the latest regional and international developments. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, also attended the meeting. The UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the use of information and communication technologies in education has contributed to consolidating its position throughout its more than 20-year history. In a special statement to the news center, the Minister of Education, Dr. Mohammed bin Mbarak Jum'a, affirmed that the Kingdom of Bahrain has crowned 20 years of the prize with an exceptional addition, adding that dedicating this year's prize to the use of artificial intelligence in education promotes the use of artificial intelligence for education and knowledge.
What is so special about this award, especially after 20 years since its inception, is the quality of ideas and the projects that were brought by the participants and contestants from all over the world. We can see today that the prize has an international outreach. Countries around the world, educational organizations, experts, researchers, everyone who is today interested in education finds this award a very important target as a platform to showcase the educational and learning projects. Throughout the past 20 years, the award has contributed to education, to the development of education, and to particularly making education reach different deprived areas in the world. And that was a target of UNESCO in collaboration with the Ministry of Education to have a global outreach for the award, and at the same time to focus on ideas that bring innovation. And this year's title of the award was about AI and recognition of the importance of tackling how AI is going to be implemented in schools. So we've got advantages and disadvantages. And therefore, the projects that have won this award and that we congratulated today in this event will have a very important impact and significant contribution to the future of AI, whether in schools or any learning environment. You see, the challenge today internationally is how to implement artificial intelligence in the school setting. So teachers, educators in general, they are in continuous brainstorming on how to implement AI in a positive way in schools, but at the same time trying to prevent the negative outcomes of AI from reaching students. So having this year's version of the award focusing on innovative ideas on implementing AI in education will provide a great help and assistance to teachers and educators around the world.
In a special statement to the News Center, the Director General of the United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, Audrey Azoulay, emphasized that through the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education, Bahrain provides an opportunity to honor initiatives and share best practices globally.
Well, it shows first the quality of the cooperation between UNESCO and the Kingdom of Bahrain, and especially in education. 20 years of cooperation. It's not, the investment of a moment. It's a real strategy. It's long term. And today we see how useful this prize is, because the rise of AI is changing a lot of things in our everyday life, but it also must change how we learn, what we learn. And the objective of the prize this year was to celebrate initiatives that have a responsible use of AI in education. And I think it's very important for Bahrain. Of course, it's very important for the world. And Bahrain gives this platform to recognize these initiatives and to share the best practices. His Majesty, the King, the country was at the origin. It was a joint initiative between UNESCO and Bahrain to create this prize. And it means a vision early on that technologies have to be used for the common good in education. And it's, as you said, the first time we have this ceremony outside of Paris. And this is in recognition of this special relationship that exists between Bahrain and UNESCO in education, but it's also true in culture, with the World Heritage Site, the 3 World Heritage Sites here in Bahrain, or the Memory of the World registers, the intangible heritage as well. So really a pivotal role of Bahrain, true to its tradition of, I would say, a dialogue and peace through the mandate of UNESCO. So it's tangible proof of this partnership.
Marking its 20th anniversary, the 2025 edition of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of ICT in Education was held in Bahrain in recognition of the kingdom's long-standing support and the vision that brought the prize to life. More in this report.
The Kingdom of Bahrain hosted the award ceremony of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of ICT in Education 2025 under the theme Preparing Learners and Teachers for the Ethical and Responsible Use of Artificial Intelligence. Held for the first time outside UNESCO's headquarters in Paris at the University of Bahrain, the event served as a platform not only to showcase the work of the laureates, but also to foster dialogue around the year's theme, bringing together voices from Bahrain and beyond.
Our work that has been that received the prize here, it's a work about resources to explain to the young people to understand AI. So the objective is that they understand very well what AI is and what is happening when they use AI. So the way we are working, because we are working with kids in deprived zone area, we are first trying resources. We are implemented in the Free University of Brussels. So all the resources we do it with people who are specialized at the university, and then we put it at the level of the kids. And after that, when we have tested, we write really, really good resources, and then we give it to the trainers of trainers, which are the animators, or it is the teacher, so they can teach their own kids. So that allows us to have much more young people that learn about AI in this way.
Today I represent the project POE Artificial Intelligence. The objective of this project is to training teachers to implement the UNESCO framework to teach artificial intelligence in high school.
I'm really happy and proud to represent Egypt today as a part of this young and inspiring initiatives celebrating the innovation for education. So the theme this year is about responsible AI usage by educators and by learners. Our project maharatech.gov.eg is the way that we are seeing at MCIT in Egypt how to avail the opportunity, how to make it a commodity. It's not a privilege, how to reach out for every curious learner with the supported and with the technological advancement and artificial intelligence skills. So in Maharatech, we are embracing AI from two complementary lenses as a separate skills for educators, for developers, those who are building the agents, those who are building the products and releasing to the market, how to make sure that they are responsible before make it available for everyone, and for educators, how to make sure that you are you are teaching the new generation in a responsible way. You're not just transferring knowledge, you are empowering them to support their decision making, not to outsource their thinking ability.
Well, we're really honoured to be here for this event. We're really excited to be here, very honoured to have won this award. And we've won this award for the work that we've done at the Raspberry Pi Foundation in collaboration with Google DeepMind. And we've created a project called Experience AI. So that is a free set of AI literacy resources aimed at teachers for students of 11 to 14-year-olds. So we provide all the lesson resources, all the materials students need to deliver it, but also all the teacher support to go with it. I think one of the things we're really proud about is the fact that we've won this award through work with our partners. So we've worked with country partners all over the world. Currently our resources are translated into 17 different languages, including Arabic. So students across the world are able to access our resources even though they were originally developed in the United Kingdom.
4 laureates received the monetary award, a certificate of recognition and international acknowledgement during the ceremony. Since its establishment in 2005, the prize has recognized 34 innovative projects from 21 countries around the world based on the recommendation of an international jury of experts and approved by the UNESCO Director General.
This is an event which celebrates the ICT prize by UNESCO, which is sponsored by the King of Bahrain, and it's focusing on innovative projects across ICT in education. And this year we are looking at ethical and responsible use of AI by teachers and learners. So the impact of the prize for ICT in education is really wide-ranging and global. It fosters innovation across the globe and innovative thinking about how we develop technologies for education, how we deploy them, how we evaluate them, and it really the reason for this prize is to encourage thinking outside the box about how technology is used and what kind of effect it has on learning and teaching.
Well, first of all, when we knew that we would be hosting it, it was an overwhelming feeling. Because we've been part of this award for 20 years as jurors, but to bring it to Bahrain and to bring it to the University of Bahrain is a great privilege and a great honor, but it's also a great responsibility to make everything, to appear in the way it appeared today. Being a jury member is a tough job, and it's a very lengthy exercise because we have to go through an overwhelming number of entries. and they are diverse in their scope, diverse in their localities and the size of the project. First of all, the project has to be a one-year-old project, implemented. It has to have a wide audience. It has to be neutral, accessible, and at the same time has something to do with ICT and education. So once all of these boxes are ticked, and there are so many different other conditions, then we go through the entry and we debate as jurors. We score together, we debate, we go through them rigorously, and then we nominate. This year we have 4 winners because it's the anniversary of 20 years of the actual award.
Well, I think this is a very exciting time, 2025 edition, because we focuses on the ethical use of artificial intelligence or AI. In the previous award, we had several themes, and that focuses on inclusivity, that focuses on sustainable development, and for now it's really on AI. So we did receive over 70 applicants for this award, and we're so excited to unveil the winners.
This is a very special event because we as a member of the jury, we have received more than 200 files or 200 files for this prize. And here we will give the prize to the winner, and it's a very important competition because we have all the participants from all over the world, and they have made a very interesting project. We have analyzed or studied the different projects, and here we have the best of these projects, and it's a very important event for us to be here.
Over the past 20 years, the prize has become a leading global platform recognizing outstanding initiatives in the use of ICT to advance education, reaffirming the pivotal role of Bahrain as a key UNESCO partner in promoting responsible and sustainable digital education. It also recognizes innovative approaches in leveraging new technologies to expand education and lifelong learning opportunities for all, in line with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development and its goal on education.
This year's edition of the prize has sought to surface the best practices that empower young generations and education stakeholders with key AI skills, fostering critical thinking and enabling them to navigate and harness the transformative technology responsibly. This is Shahinda Bahauddin reporting for Bahrain International News Center.
On the sidelines of the award ceremony of the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education 2025, panel discussions and educational exhibition was held. More in this report.
The Kingdom of Bahrain has adopted targeted plans, strategies and initiatives that have cemented its distinguished position as a hub for innovation, creativity, knowledge and digital transformation. The UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education 2025 supports UNESCO's goals of promoting the use of technology to broaden the horizons of knowledge and learning. In addition to the awards ceremony, the celebration included panel discussions in which a number of prize laureates showcased their innovative projects for 2025, reflecting their impact on shaping comprehensive, innovative education that meets the requirements of the future at the global level. With the participation of a number of creative and innovative students from public and private schools, an educational exhibition was also held on the sidelines of the award ceremony, showcasing projects based on artificial intelligence technology and technical skills, which undoubtedly reflects the role of the Ministry of Education in supporting innovative projects and pioneering initiatives that serve education and focus on the exemplary and effective use of technology. The UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education embodies Bahrain's commitment to its educational leadership and international cooperation and promoting educational innovation, serving as a unique platform for highlighting the best practices and pioneering projects in digital education.
The UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education plays a global role in supporting innovative projects and creative initiatives that focus on the effective use of technology in education. This year's award is titled Preparing Learners and Educators for the Ethical and Responsible Use of Artificial Intelligence and honors the most outstanding projects that rely on modern technology in the development of educational services. More in this report.
Since its establishment in 2005, the UNESCO King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa Prize for the Use of Information and Communication Technologies in Education, by a generous initiative supported by the Kingdom of Bahrain, it has celebrated human creativity in the use of technology for education, embodying the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, who believed that investing in knowledge is the ultimate investment in people and the future. For 20 years, this prize has served as a prestigious international platform to honor individuals, institutions, and organizations that have created innovative digital solutions and educational projects that improve the quality of education, develop learning methods, and broaden the horizons of knowledge. It reflects the Kingdom of Bahrain's firm commitment to supporting UNESCO's strategic objectives and contributes to achieving the 4th Sustainable Development Goal 2030, which is to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education for all. The prize is based on a deep belief in the role of information and communication technologies in building sustainable and inclusive knowledge societies that preserve cultural and linguistic diversity, promote innovation and experimentation, and enables the exchange of experiences and the best educational practices between countries. It also seeks to bridge the digital divide and expand educational opportunities for marginalized and vulnerable groups so that education is truly accessible to all without exception. This award is unique in that it is the only global prize specifically dedicated to information and communication technologies and education, an area that is undergoing rapid development and affects every aspect of contemporary life. It is also distinguished by its philosophy of linking education and technology in a functional way that enhances the quality of education and makes the educational process a smart response to the needs of the modern age. Over 2 decades, the UNESCO Prize has become a symbol of global excellence in digital education and a source of inspiration for thousands of scientists, researchers, and educators around the world, who compete each year to submit innovative projects that His Majesty the King wanted as the foundation for education in the Kingdom of Bahrain and the world.
The Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Bahrain is closely monitoring the announcement of the historic agreement reached to implement the first phase of the peace plan proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump. The plan addresses a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip and the release of hostages and detainees and the assurance of the flow of humanitarian aid into the territory. The ministry expressed Bahrain's appreciation for the efforts of the U.S. President and the mediators in reaching an agreement between Israel and Hamas to bring an end to the war. The ministry called on all concerned parties to assume their responsibilities and to commit to the full implementation of the agreement. It further stressed the importance of concerted regional and international efforts to contribute towards achieving a comprehensive and lasting cessation of hostilities and to improving the humanitarian living conditions of the residents of Gaza. The organizing committee of the Nasser bin Hamad cycling tour for amateurs announced that registration is now open for the 5th edition of the tour, which will be held from November 5th to the 8th, organized by the Bahrain Cycling Association in collaboration with Faaliyat Company. The organizing committee confirmed that participation in the tour will be through the Tadhakkar app and invited all citizens, residents and cyclists from the GCC to register and participate in this major sporting event, which is one of the most prominent community events in Bahrain. The 5th edition of the tour will feature several races for different categories, including the general race, the women's race, the children's race, and the wheelchair race, in support of people with determination to promote their integration into these sporting activities. A delegation from Bahrain's parliamentary division participated in the closing ceremony of the Global Parliamentary Conference on Counterterrorism, Preventing Violence, Extremism, held in Turkey. The head of the Financial and Economic Affairs Committee of the Council of Representatives, MP Ahmed As-Saloom, called for the need to unify regional and international efforts and adopt a unified and comprehensive global parliamentary stance against terrorism and its supporters. He emphasized the absolute rejection of all foreign interference in the affairs of states. As-Saloom also highlighted the importance of activating the role of parliamentary diplomacy and highlighting the wisdom, moderation of Bahrain's policy in confronting extremist ideas. He noted the legislative efforts being made by Bahrain and the roles assigned to modernize the legal system to keep pace with regional and international challenges.